I'm here at the Lowlands Festival with Boygenius. The boys are back in town. How do you feel to be back in the Netherlands? Because you've been here all alone, but now together.
Yeah, the boys have never been here, but I love it here. I always have great shows. I have a couple friends here, and yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Same. Yeah, I'm excited to be in all these new places, like with y'all. Or like they're not new, but they're new to us as a unit.
And it's so cool to see you do these shows because it's a busy schedule this week. I think 12 shows in about 12 days.
Oh my gosh, is that true?
I think so. Maybe.
That can't be true.
We have like 2 off days.
We had a day off for Phoebe's birthday.
We had a day off 2 days ago.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it is a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, the travel is the hardest part. It's like, I'm someone who doesn't really care if there's like, I don't feel more well rested if there are a lot of off days, just because like the hardest thing to me is moving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like a night in a hotel is more meaningful to me than a off day.
Yeah.
But what does a night in the bus look like? Who is the best sleeper on the bus?
Not me.
Whoa, is it me now? Because you're jet lagged. You usually sleep well.
Yeah, we got sick at the beginning of this tour also.
Really?
Yeah, not COVID, not the flu, but I think that delayed adjusting to jet lag by like a whole week.
Yeah.
I've been going to sleep at like 5 a.m. every day.
Wow.
Which I hate. I hate it.
But then I fall asleep like right after the show and wake up at 7, and I'm like, guys, I'm like ready to go, and I'm just like, oh, yeah.
So you're in Europe now to play the biggest shows, I think, for you guys as well. How is it to do this together? Because you are friends, but also colleagues now in a way. How do you keep that separated in a way?
We don't.
We don't.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
I mean, colleagues in music is funny.
Yeah.
My coworkers.
My coworkers. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's mostly a joke.
On the best job ever, I guess.
That's true. I
Seriously,
say
the
that
best
like
job
every
ever.
night.
Yeah.
On stage, I'm just like, this is the craziest job.
Yeah.
I love it.
What's the worst job you all did once?
My friend was working at a Chinese restaurant, and she got scheduled 7 12-hour shifts in a row. And so without asking, it was just this couple. She trained me and just told me to go in for her. And she was like, you know, you'll make the money I would have made. And she did not train me very well. She also knew some Chinese, and I didn't. And it was terrible. I was so bad at it. Yeah, bad job.
I just had like a standard bad job. I just had to work at one of those restaurants in America where they crack the peanuts on the floor, like a country western steakhouse. It was one of my coworkers got trench foot in 2010. The year 2010 got trench foot. Yeah, it was not up to.
You're not allowed to have trench foot after like 1918.
Yeah, dude, there was standing water in the kitchen.
Ew.
Sorry,
I hate
Steve, my manager.
I hate that I'm going last, and I'll just say that the worst jobs I ever had, because I never had like a straight job. I never had a job where I was getting like an actually like legal paycheck, but I did a lot of odd jobs, and a lot of them were, in retrospect, abuse. So, like horrifyingly creepy old men like getting me to like do stuff for them.
Ew.
Like,
yeah.
Like I had to make like a Christmas card for someone's kid, and he like found a way to like make me go into a file on his computer of nudes.
No.
Ew.
Like he was like, and don't tell anyone what's in that file. And I made like $100.
No.
Oh, no.
So anyway, I'm glad to be at Lowlands.
And I'm glad that you guys
And I
are
hope
in
that
this
guy's
band
dead.
now. You do it together, and this is the greatest job in the world. But there are still terrible men in the music industry, right? It's 2023. When will this ever change?
If anyone knows the date, let us know.
Yeah, let us fucking know.
So we can count down. Well, what's sad is that everyone has the potential of being a horrible man. So it's like, at any point, somebody could just give up on being kind, and then there's another one. But also, at any point, someone could give up on being shitty and try to live right and be good to people. So, I don't know. I would like to think that it's getting better, but that's, you know, getting better might not even be enough.
Did you see some change over the last 10 years in the music biz?
Yes, but I
In a
think
good
that's
way,
just
maybe.
dark.
Yeah.
No, I think it's a bad
In a bad way.
because I'm more famous. You know?
Yeah.
So like I never the amount of like sexual harassment, belittlement, whatever. But is belittlement a word? Who fucking cares? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But like the amount of that I dealt with from the ages of 15 to 21 like evaporated when I started to get famous. And I meet more people. So it's just like the thing of like people know who to victimize. People know who is a country mouse from out of town who doesn't have a community of people around her or them or whatever.
Honestly, also like some of the shittiest stuff I've encountered was like in my hometown.
Yeah.
Like gatekeepers who were gatekeeping nothing.
wow.
Like gatekeeping the local 100
think
cap
they are
venue.
That is
gatekeepers.
true, Luce.
Yeah.
I feel like the way that you thought the music business would probably be is probably so much worse than it actually is
Yeah.
now.
So it's not just like big wigs. It's like it's in your communities. People. It's just power dynamics. Sure, there's a gender aspect. There's also a class aspect. It's whenever somebody wants something, if the person who has it thinks they can get something in exchange, like just like that entire dynamic has to be dismantled on like a personal level. I don't know.
Or they think that they're entitled to something that you are not, or that you are getting something that they feel entitled to. Like, I feel like maybe that's what I've encountered is like sideways animosity of somebody being like resentful and then wanting to make you feel small, like wanting to use their modicum of power to be like, but you're right. Yeah, I don't know.
And that's why I think the Boygenius shows are so powerful now, because I saw the footage of you guys playing Puckle Pop yesterday.
So you saw our tits.
But I saw the videos
That's
of it.
mine.
It's a power move, I guess. The reaction sometimes could be hard for you.
No, because like our fan base knows. I feel like sometimes there's a unhealthy shame thing in like music fans where it's like I saw some people on the internet like shaming other fans for not knowing some of our more deep cut songs, and I don't
wow.
like that.
Yeah.
I like a fan who's just coming because they like 3 songs. Like, I think that's cool, and like I don't want to have to pretend like I know a band's entire discography to be able to go to the concert. But so like some of the shaming sucks, but some of the shaming rocks. Cause like if someone does say something gross or whatever, like they know not to do that. Actually, they know that it's not socially acceptable in the Boygenius fan base to do that. So I watch a lot of like, you know, it's cool if you're like quickly Googling, you know, how to correctly handle something, and then pretending like you have these tools and you always have. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just
it's
like
neat that the
socializing
community is
it.
didactic. Like
Exactly.
even if they don't have the vocabulary around being like you're saying like a man being shirtless is like a non-event, but then it's like, I don't know, when you were saying like there's something gender euphoric about this, not like it's like being like, if this is made into taboo, it is proving the point that you cannot be a woman with your nipples out and be sexualized.
Yeah.
Like, therefore, be forced to interact with it in a like non-predatory way.
The best part of the night for me was walking off stage and like at the point where I could have or maybe should have or would have put a shirt on, I just didn't, and I just walked around without my shirt on. It was like, wait, this should be fine.
Yeah.
Like, just to embody it personally. Also, what you can't see in the video, we were so hot. We were in this tent. Like, it wasn't just Antics, which, you know, we're all fans of Antics, but like if you're that hot, it's like a health thing. Like, I should be allowed to not have a shirt on if I'm fucking hot.
I think I've been self-conscious because I've always wanted to do that, and I think I've been self-conscious of doing it because of the commodifying of the movement. So like I don't want to be the way that free the nipple exists in the U.S. is so like chuggy to me.
Yeah.
And same with like cancer walks and like a pussy hat or like girl boss, whatever. Like and then I was like, wait, it's like it's literally my body, and I think it's shameful that the movement feels dated and nothing happened.
Yeah.
Like you're like. I'm like, I have like a aversion to like a free the nipple shirt because it's corny and dated and feels like it's from 2013.
And it didn't happen.
And it didn't happen.
The nipples aren't free.
They aren't free. Yeah.
Like that's insane.
Yeah.
Same with like, I mean, a lot of movements.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
Anyway.
The record is out now for a while. It went #1 in the Netherlands.
Woo!
I love that record. We
Thank
played
you,
Not Strong
Netherlands.
Enough a lot on the radio. When can we expect the Boygenius cover of Boys Don't Cry? Because I want to hear you sing Boys Don't Cry.
That'd be cool.
We've never thought of that.
What would it sound like?
Good.
Sad.
It's great to have you here over in the Netherlands. What will be next for Boygenius? Because you have all big solo careers. You wrote this album together. Was there any time to think about your own stuff while you do this? Or do you give the new songs all to Boygenius?
Well, we started writing these songs in 2020. And so by the time a record comes out, for me, I have so many songs written. Like, it's always like paced like that. Where like when I'm doing shows with one batch of music, there's a whole other batch that I'm working on. And on and on. But that's not the same for everyone.
No, I write really slow, and so whatever I'm writing during the Boygenius period is put into the Boygenius pile. And then I kind of don't finish stuff because I'm on you know what I mean? I'm just like, it's not a priority for me to finish songs right now because we're focusing on this.
Because how does it work with your agenda? Until when are your agendas filled? Is it just this year? Is it until 2026?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Like individually?
I mean, we're done.
We're done touring this year.
Like in October.
Yeah.
That's the last show is Halloween.
I saw. What will happen at the Halloween show? How many people can fit in that room?
Is it
20?
20,000 or 18? I can't remember.
20,000.
But
It's huge.
but it's just it being Halloween is I'm obsessed with because we played on Halloween. Lucy and I played on Halloween, and it was the first time I ever wore a skeleton costume, just on a fluke.
And there it all started.
And that's special to me. I like haven't played like an actual Halloween show other than that.
I have only played like house shows like before I had
Totally.
music out. But 100 Gex is opening, so that's gonna be amazing. And Sloppy Jane.
It's gonna be great.
So you're going to be fans of your own support act. Just like Muna. They played here yesterday.
Yeah, the best.
Yeah, we played a
love
couple of
them.
shows with them. They're our favorite band.
I got one more question for you guys, because yesterday I talked to Girl in Red and she had a question for you. And the question was, I am Marie from Girl in Red. Boygenius, why are you the best band in the world?
That's cute. Why are we the best
I
band
love
in
Girl
the
in
world?
Red.
Why? Are
Probably everybody else did that. I mean, I guess we made the music and it's good, but
Yeah, that's what.
everyone else chose to like it.
We talk about this sometimes, but like we had very high expectations. Actually, when because we love the music, so we were like, I think, like the day that the record came out, I don't think any of us were nervous.
Yeah.
I think we were all just excited. But Lucy, like 3 days before the record came out, was like, it would be so funny if this flops. Do you remember that? Like all the roommates were like, what if this fucking flops?
Yeah.
But we haven't talked about how we actually have exceeded our expectations of the project, because I don't think we thought about like numbers or fan engagement, and I think I certainly am seeing way more fan engagement than my own shows. Maybe that's because by the time I toured my last album, it had been out for a while, but like the projects, the costumes, the like just like energy.
Yeah.
People are dedicated.
People
in
are
a
really
whole new way.
dedicated, and we had no way to expect that.
I also think it's because it's like it does not end with like it's something that's being created beyond and like by the fans for each other, like because it's not attached to an entity that's like confined to like first name, last name, Julian Baker, Phoebe Bridgers, Lucy Dacus. I think it's neat that it like is more about like people are making art about gay people hanging out making music, like as a story, as a trope, like as a positive trope that maybe hasn't existed or has in like a more commodified or more like always cast in like only romance or always cast with like a dark like barrier gaze type thing. And I'm like, I think this celebratory trope that's like filling a space that maybe like kids don't have is like allowing itself to be a springboard to their imagination. So of course they have more engagement because it's like a, you know, like a harbor for them to go like somewhere else and come back to for reference instead of just being like the end of the journey. You know what I mean?
I'm so glad you guys are in the Netherlands. I'm looking forward to this show today, and please come back anytime soon, solo or with the band.
We want to.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.